Like Purdue, it's just an example. Purdue losing to Fresno State is okay. We can still win the Big Ten West. For me,
Billy Napier gets fired. I'm just kidding.
hey, really the best time of the year. I will be seated watching the Red Zone for 7 hours on Sunday. What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to a new episode of Backyard Banter. Johnny, James, Tanner, another big weekend upcoming. Tanner starts off with a pick. What's the first game?
So, college football this week. We did go 4-6 last week. Our record is now 63 and like 48 or something.
Still above 500.
Math doesn't math there, but that's what it is. Louisville at Miami. Louisville's ranked 10th. They're 9-1. Miami is actually favored. It is in Miami. I'm gonna go ahead and start us off here. I really like the Canes. They're athletic defensively, and I think Louisville is one of those teams offensively that wins because of their scheme. And I think if Miami comes in this game prepared, I think their athleticism, they got one of the best players in the country at safety. I think Miami has a chance to shut down Louisville. I'm worried about Miami's offense because Louisville's defense has been pretty good at times.
Yeah.
But I do like the Canes here. I think this is a big, big upset spot. I think the Cardinals are fake 9-1. I think they played the weak schedule, so I like the Canes.
Yeah. I mean, it's like two ACC teams. We talked about it before. The ACC is so buns this year. I like the Miami take. I'm going to go with the Cardinals here. I like Louisville in this spot. I have them 9th overall in my top 10 rankings. I like what I see out of Jeff Brom in Louisville. I really do. The scheme is 100%. They've got a quarterback who's so far from elite that's just going out there and just doing his thing. And that defense has really showed up, again, against some pretty bad ACC offenses. But I tell you what, Miami's a very good football team at 6-4, right? You can think of the couple losses just in the back of our heads that they should have just won, right? It's going to be a great football game, but I like Louisville here.
Yeah, I'm also going with Miami. Miami's tried to switch up a quarterback last week. Worked out for them pretty good before he broke his arm. We'll see how they will rebound after a tough rivalry game coming back. There's a hangover.
Played well.
But, yeah, they did play really well. In a spot like this, I'll take Miami's. I like Tanner said, very athletic defensively. I just like Miami in this spot.
Yeah, and final thought on this game, I think the matchup is going to be Miami's defensive line generating pressure. I've seen Jack Plummer play. I've seen Jeff Brom coach. It's a vertical passing attack. And if you can get to the quarterback, it shuts everything down. Miami's got some dudes on that D-line. So that's the matchup for me, but we're going to rock with the Canes here.
Take. I like it.
Yeah.
Not a hot take.
That's good analysis.
This is a good analysis, yeah.
We got SMU, Memphis. I'm just going to take Memphis. I don't...
Go Tigers.
All right. App State and James Madison. I think we're all right with the dudes here.
Free James Madison. The NCAA just declined their waiver to not have them be a bowl eligible team or eligible for their conference tournament or championship. Stupid rule, but they can make a bowl game if there's not enough 6-6 teams.
Yeah, right.
Which is so dumb.
They'll make it over Purdue.
Yeah. I mean, Purdue, man, if they get to 5-7, they have a good chance if there's not enough 6-6.
I doubt it.
We'll go with
love this game.
Go with the Dukes here. We got number 22 Utah at number 17 Arizona. Couple 7-3 teams here that are probably better than their record. I mean, the Pac-12's deep. I like the Wildcats a lot. I mean, I've been on them for a while. They played Washington tough. They've beaten some other really good Pac-12 teams. It's at home. Utah, man, their offense just can get stagnant at times. I know Arizona has some dudes on the offensive end. A 5-star receiver that's now in his second year. I'm going to go with the Wildcats.
Yeah, I like Arizona here too. I think Utah, I'm not saying they're a bad season. 7-3 is very respectful, especially in a Pac-12 that's pretty solid this year.
Without their quarterback.
Yep. But exactly, without their quarterback, it's honestly been a letdown. If I'm a Utah fan, I'm a little let down. There was so much hype going into the season. You lose your star quarterback, who was a huge piece for them last year, and he just doesn't show up, obviously, because he's hurt. And Arizona, every week, I feel like I make fun of them, but yeah, they go out there and they just play the ball. So I like the Wildcats as well.
I'm going Utah. Bryson Barr's actually been playing better as of late. Over 300 yards in his last few games. Really starting to spin it, getting more comfortable in the offense, but the majority goes with Arizona.
There we go.
Now we got your Illinois Fighting Illini at 5-5, taking on Iowa. Iowa's ranked 16th in the country. If it wasn't for that fluke call, it could be 9-1, potentially in the top 10. Iowa's offense is actually starting to figure it out. I mean, this is like, is the world ending? Like what's going on?
So what's funny here is I look at 96% of the country has voted on Iowa, but yet the opening spread of this game is Iowa -3.
Yeah.
3. Illinois had a quarterback last week. They won in overtime against Indiana. Threw for 500 yards. Guess where he's going to be? On the bench. They are starting Drew Altmaier.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Don't understand it at all. Give me Iowa. They are going to pummel Illinois. This offense, like you said, is figuring it out, and Drew Altmaier is not the answer at U of I. So feed me Iowa.
I'm going Iowa, even though the Juice, that's his last name, right? The corner.
Yeah,
he's out for the year.
Yeah.
So tough one there. I'll still take Iowa.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Hawkeyes here on this one. I just think their defense can shut down that Illinois offense. We got number 20, North Carolina, traveling to Clemson, playing in Death Valley this week. Clemson's at 6-4, playing a little bit better as of late. I'm gonna go with the Tigers. I think they probably have more talent on paper. The best quarterback in this game is on North Carolina, but man, that Clemson defense, when they're on, they can shut people down. I'm just not gonna ever go against Clemson ever again at home after I took Notre Dame. So
I'm also going Clemson. I think North Carolina has been so inconsistent this year. They go and even that first one against South Carolina doesn't look as good anymore. But losing to Virginia at home, almost losing against another subpar ACC team the very next week, it's not a good look for them. I think Clemson might have found something against Notre Dame, and even though they kind of struggled at first in their game last week, they really picked it up. But Cade Klubnik really scares me as a quarterback.
Yeah.
But this game being at home is the sole reason why I'm taking Clemson.
Yeah, feed me the Tigers by 13. Well, that's my prediction.
Valid.
Tigers by 13.
The Air Force is wagon.
Love our
even though UNLV is 8-2, but we got K-State ranked 21st in the country in a rivalry going to number 25 Kansas at home. Jayhawks are plus 280 at home.
Yeah. Sorry, Howie. Give me Kansas State. Kansas was down to the third string quarterback last week.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on there in the injury department, but feed me Kansas State.
Yeah, Kansas State for sure. I wouldn't be that answer if they. I don't know who's going to play quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. And they've shown. I didn't expect Kansas to have a great third string quarterback. You know, like it's not a powerhouse conference.
Jaden Daniels is coming back 2024 though. Just announced.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He has to be 40.
That's incredible.
He's been in college forever.
That's incredible. But, so I like Kansas State here. Only because I would pick Kansas, but I don't know what's going on in the quarterback room. So
yeah, I'm going with Kansas State. Both teams have a lot to play for, but Kansas State's the more talented team. They have their quarterback. They have their two quarterbacks really. K-State with Oklahoma State's loss last week kind of now has something to play for. They can still sneak into that Big 12 title game. I'm rocking with the Wildcats. So.
There we go.
Biggest game of the week.
Biggest game of the week. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this game for a couple weeks now. We got number 5 Washington. They're going to Carvallis. They're taking on Oregon State, who's ranked 11th.
We know who Tanner's going with.
That place is going to be rocking. And these were my two favorite teams in the Pac-12 coming into the year. So it's tough for me to pick this. But I just think Washington has more dudes on the offensive end than Oregon State. And Oregon State is still very talented. Washington's defense, probably not quite as good as Oregon State, but we've seen Washington put up points against some solid defenses this year, like Oregon. I'm gonna rock with the Huskies here. Undefeated, can't go against them.
So I've already seen like the whole thing play out. I've seen this week and next week play out. Okay.
Oregon State's gonna win both.
My Oregon Ducks are gonna get in because of what happens in these next 2 weeks. Okay. Oregon State will take down Washington.
Let's see.
I haven't been sold on Washington. I'm not gonna hide it. They are a very good football team, but I'm not sold on them yet. Okay. I think Oregon State's playing some good ball. They have 2 losses, tough losses, whatever. I think this game obviously kicks Washington out of playoff, right? And then I think Florida takes down Florida State next week, and then Oregon slides in. So,
tell you what, Swamp's gonna be rocking.
So I like Oregon State. We'll talk about that game next week, but Oregon State, and this is just to highlight how my Ducks they're getting in the top 4. So
I think Washington is gonna roll this weekend. Everything has been against them all year. They're being discredited all year. They're like, you beat Oregon, but they went for it 2 times. Still beat them. Now I've been on that train too. I don't know how legit Washington is, but Oregon State being favored against number 5 team in the country.
Are they really?
They're favored.
That's incredible.
Michael Penix, Rome Odunze. It is their time. They've been running the ball better, to more than 100 yards from their back the past 2 games. It's time for Washington to flex their muscles and get a big time win.
I like it, John.
That'd be interesting.
I like it. Now, final game for us. We got number 7 Texas at Iowa State. I'm going to go ahead and start it off. They're going to Iowa State here.
Ames,
Texas
Iowa, man.
Has just lost their running back.
Yeah.
I really like the Cyclones here. We've seen them pull off a huge upset before when Oklahoma State was like top 5 late in the season. And I think it happens
How
again.
crazy would this be?
It would be nuts.
Eliminate Big 12.
It takes the Big 12 out of play.
Which is what they want. Oh, by the way, one more point on the Washington-Oregon State game. Oregon State is looking to like they're going to join the Mountain West in some capacity. How funny would it be in the last year of the Pac-12 that they can just end the seasons of the last 2 teams that really started the breakup of the Pac-12? They Washington and Oregon. So
do we know what's going on with Washington State yet?
I think they both are. They're both.
Okay. Because I know they just passed something in the a judge in Washington just passed something saying that Oregon State and Washington State now have the sole rights to the Pac-12. Pretty incredible.
But, so that's what I'm saying. They're not joining the Mountain West, but they're playing a majority Mountain West schedule.
Correct. Yeah. Back to this Texas-Iowa State game. I was going to pick Iowa State, but because you did, I'm going to pick Texas now. I think Texas is very skilled. I really do. I think they have so many dudes on that team. It is close, in my opinion, for Texas to be there fighting for a national championship. It could be this year. It could be. It's a big game for them. And I agree. Iowa State has been put into this position in years past,
many times,
and they've stepped up to the plate here. So I'm gonna pick Texas, but I do like Iowa State here.
This is a game that a few years ago Texas would lose, right? Before everyone was chanting when they beat Notre Dame, Texas is back. No, they weren't. And they won't lose this game because I do believe that Texas is back. What Sark has done in recruiting to build this team to what it is right now. So yeah, give me Texas. This is a dangerous spot though. Ames, Iowa. Matt Campbell is their coach, right? He's
Great coach.
Really good.
Fantastic.
Has turned down other offers in the past, but I just like Texas. There's too much talent. A game that wasn't on the pickup: Georgia, Tennessee. We're winding down the CBS on SEC on CBS. It's sad times, but Georgia, Tennessee coming off just a shellacking against Missouri. You like that? Shellacking.
I've never heard that word.
And then
give me a definition.
And then they come back. Tennessee's won 14 straight home games, right? Georgia comes in on their high horse, just had their biggest one of the year. I mean, who you guys got?
My question is, does Tennessee just wake up for this game, right? Because what do they have to play for?
Big rivalry.
I mean, I completely understand.
Semi-large rivalry.
I understand that. I feel like any SEC matchup has really just turned into a rivalry, and that's why the SEC is great. Yeah. I was big on Tennessee last week against Mizzou, and they sucked.
They got shellacked.
And then the fact is Georgia pummeled Ole Miss. So it's borderline like stupidity to pick Tennessee here.
Yeah.
But
are you stupid?
I'm not going to be stupid. I think Tennessee plays them hard. With this game being in Tennessee, it's huge. But I think Georgia's just going to roll. I mean, but Tennessee's a very good team. So
Georgia rolls.
Yeah, we'll see. Tennessee has to be able to run the ball. It's the same recipe. If you run the ball against Georgia, you have an opportunity to beat them. This is Georgia's really first road test since Auburn, right? And that game was super close. But Joe Milton's been overrated all year, and he's shown it that I was right in the preseason. And
I also don't want Georgia to lose because holy cow, would the world be shaken up if Georgia loses?
Yeah.
Like, what would happen? Like if
I don't know, they could still win out and be in.
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying in terms of next week's polling.
It would be crazy.
Let's go to the NFL.
We're gonna strain that.
Johnny, your Bucks, man, they travel to Santa Clara.
Yeah,
talk to me.
Not too confident about this one. Although the line is at 11.5. Really like the Bucks to cover, not to win the game. But the Bucks, besides the Texans game, their defense has been really good all year, right? Everyone's ready to anoint Will Levis after his first game. Bucks completely shut him down. Dave Canales has proven every single week as an offensive coordinator, learning that they don't have to run the ball on first down every single possession of every game. Jeez. And just give the ball to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin early and often. So I do think the 49ers do have too much, especially on defense, man. That defense is nasty. But
so good, man.
I do think the Bucks will cover.
God, when they signed Gregory from Denver,
and then they got Chase Young.
We were like, oh man, that sucks. Like they're so good. And then they go out and get Chase Young for nothing. For absolutely nothing. A box of cereal.
No, second round pick is it?
I got a third round.
Third round.
I got the Bears gave a second round for Sweat.
My bad.
Like that's what I am unbelievably flabbergasted with.
Shout out John Lynch, former Buck, their GM.
I do have something I'm looking forward to in this game. I want to see how Baker plays against the Niners.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm going to be looking at
because
that.
Tom Brady went there last year and he got killed.
Yeah.
Like it was a dismantling of epic proportions. Yeah, but how about your guys' Bears? Fully healthy. Jay Fields is back.
I'll start us off, okay? Tanner's going to talk about it. We're healthy.
Oh, they play the Lions at Soldier Field.
Okay. No.
Ford Field.
Yep.
Sorry.
We are healthy, okay?
Fine.
We are healthy. The issue is we're still the Chicago Bears. Like, I don't understand why people are getting so, oh my God, Khalil Herbert's back, Justin Fields is back.
I'm excited.
I don't know if you remember or not, but Justin Fields and Khalil Herbert were back last year, and we won 3 football games. So,
hey, you've won 3 football games this year.
yeah,
let's go.
That's
bro.
nuts. Give me some. There we go. Anyway, I am excited to watch. I tell Tanner every week, I'm super excited to sit down, watch Tanner walk out of his room at 11:45, turn on Red Zone at noon.
It's just so great because there's only a few amount of these.
Yeah,
I've really
100%.
tried to, especially with college football, man. It's like, wow, it's already over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's just really.
Come February, come March, we're going to be missing it. We're going to be missing it. So I'm super excited to watch this game. I'm excited to watch Justin Fields because you know what? He's got everything to play for. There's no, oh, I should have done this, oh, I should have done that. He is fighting for a job, and if people think that he's got that job on lock, you are so mistaken. Pat McAfee said it on his show that Justin Fields has to fight for this job.
Pac-Man.
Yeah,
Pat
good Lord. Maybe we can get like Pat McAfee
Shout
one
out
day.
Pat
That is an incredible show. But yeah, the Lions are going to roll. But obviously, I'll root for the Bears.
Teacher, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'll root for the Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears secondary got healthy a couple weeks ago, and their defense has been a lot better since it's been healthy. The Bears are top 5 in the NFL in rush defense. That's unbelievable.
Javon Dexter, baby.
He sucks.
Hey, he doesn't do much.
He doesn't do much.
He got drafted in the second round. It's kind of.
But yeah, the Bears fully healthy.
Florida Gator.
Secondary's back. Montez Sweat. I don't think he's got a sack yet, but the defensive line has been a lot better since he's gotten there.
He might have gotten 1 sack. I swear I saw him.
I think he might have gotten
maybe a half sack or something.
But D-line's been better since he's got there. Secondary's back. This offensive line has not been fully healthy for one game this year, and we got to admit, when this offensive line is healthy, a lot better than what they had last year. Fields, I think, is going to be ready to go. I want to pick the Bears so bad. I do think they're going to play well. I think they're going to give the Lions a game, but I think the Lions win it.
You know, here's what's funny. You know, we'll talk about Khalil Herbert. He's most likely going to play.
Yeah.
Okay? We are in a fantasy league.
Yeah.
Men's basketball team, a Benedictine. Guess who I just picked up off of the waiver?
Ronald Jones.
No. Khalil Herbert was just available. Just running back 1 for the Bears. So,
he'll get you 6 points.
He was a full participant in practice today.
Yeah.
I do think with how well Foreman's playing, they're still going to give the bulk of the
Lord, I
snaps
hope
to
so.
him.
Lord, I hope so.
I love
Anyway,
but yeah, let's.
Biggest
that's
game
enough for
probably.
that game.
Biggest game probably of the year. Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl rematch in Kansas City Monday Night Football. So excited for this one. We've talked about it before. Patrick Mahomes is now having a Patrick Mahomes type year. He's 7 interceptions, I think. It just doesn't look the same. They don't have that standout wide receiver, but they didn't have it last year, right? Travis Kelce, again, he's been hampered by that injury in open this season. He's been really good, but there are times he's kind of disappeared, right? Taylor Swift, shout out Frank Shields. Yeah. Audi James as a closet Taylor Swift.
I don't think I ever showed you that poster, so it's kind of incredible. You know,
but I love the Eagles here, both coming off a bye. I just think they're just
so good.
And they are so hard to beat. And I always feel like they win these games, right? They lost, or they had it close with Washington, right? And then they had a big game. It might have been Dallas. And I was like, oh, there's no way they're going to lose. They're just better. They just rotate guys in on the D-line. They got probably the best 1-2 punch in the receivers in the NFL. And Jalen Hurts, they start every possession on 1st and 8 because within a yard and a half, they can just shove them forward for a first down. So, yeah, it'll be an awesome game. I can't wait, but I like the Eagles.
You know what is crazy about this? We talk about how bad the NFC is. Like, it is. Mm-hmm. But you look back, the 2 best teams in football are in the NFC.
Yeah, they are.
The Niners and the Eagles.
Yeah.
On paper are the best 2 teams. You look at that Eagles offense, unreal. Yeah. Right? Unreal. Okay? Dallas Goedert needs to get healthy. I think that's a big question mark for them. He's a huge piece, especially in the red zone. But that defense, man, I mean, the secondary, the D-line, what do they not have on that team? Truthfully, they're very well coached. They have great special teams with Elliott.
Yeah.
Defense is unreal. Yeah. Offense is unreal. They are so good, but I'm nervous. This game being in Kansas City,
awesome, man.
a night
awesome
game.
Environment.
Taylor Swift's probably going to be there.
Probably.
Like
she is, and actually, it's confirmed her parents are going to be.
Oh boy, they're about to get married.
I'm changing my pick. Travis Kelce legacy.
That's what I was going
He's
to
gonna
say.
have 180 and 3 times.
I want the Eagles to win because I love the Eagles. I love watching them play football. But I just think the Chiefs at home here, and the Chiefs defense is really good.
Yeah, it is.
I think the Chiefs are going to win this game.
Yeah, before you go, Tanner, maybe you can kind of expand on this. Maybe it's kind of Mahomes' coming out party this season. Obviously, he's the greatest quarterback in the NFL. Right? Everyone's kind of talking down on him coming out of a bye. I mean, what do you think?
I love the Chiefs in this spot. I think that Kelce is going to go nuts.
For his girl.
For his little boot thing.
For his little boot.
But I do. I think the Chiefs at home in prime time. I mean, we saw the Lions beat them, but Chiefs are down Kelce, down Jones. I don't see the Chiefs losing a home game like this again this season, even if it's the Eagles. I do kind of have a hot take. I think the Chiefs beat the Eagles, but I think this is the start of the Eagles' villain arc. I think they're just going to roll after this loss on Monday.
Oh, 100%. I like that take a lot. So
James, feed us with your hot take. You're talking about it in the...
So, shout out to Jackson, okay?
Yeah, I always talk about Jackson.
Jackson and I were sitting there after practice today. We were doing some fantasy trades.
Yeah.
I acquired Tyreek Hill today, if anybody cares, for Sam Laporta and Keenan Allen. Interesting trade, whatever. We don't got to talk about it too much.
Keenan Allen?
Jackson, what are you doing?
No, Keenan Allen's a dog. He just went for 40.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's also
I was like, Jackson, we got a podcast. We're filming in an hour. Give me a hot take.
Yeah.
So we looked at it. Cardinals versus Texans. That game on paper makes me want to throw up. Okay. C.J. Stroud has been playing very good football. MVP race, Rookie of the Year race.
Check out the Instagram. We'll see a clip about it.
If not Rookie of the Year, already won. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the Arizona Cardinals are going to go into Houston and win this football game.
I agree.
Kyler Murray being back, I tell you what, I love watching Kyler Murray play football because he's a little child.
So little.
Maybe this is a good comparison. He's what they want Bryce Young to be. I'm just saying, you're talking about the two smallest guys, right?
Yeah. But Kyler Murray was more of a scrambler coming out.
100%. Bryce Young is a guy that can sit in the pocket. But I'm just saying, Bryce Young, if he wants to have a good NFL career, he's going to have to develop a run game. But I just love watching Kyler Murray run from sideline to sideline and then make a dot of a pass. I love the Cardinals here. The Texans, they've got a lot of hype. They've won a lot of close football games. And we watched it with the Minnesota Vikings last year. When you win so many of those close football games, you're bound to just settle and lose one of them, right? So back-to-back huge wins for the Texans. I don't think they get the job done at home against Arizona. That's my hot take of the week.
Yeah, Tanner, you got it again.
Yeah, I want to talk about Cincinnati and Baltimore here.
That game, as this comes out, you already know that.
I already know what happens, yeah. I love the Bengals tonight. There's no way Joe Burrow's going to drop to 5-5. There's no way Joe Burrow is going to lose and get swept by the the Ravens. And there's no way Joe Burrow is going to risk missing the playoffs or not winning this division. I think the Bengals roll tonight. Maybe not roll, but I think they go in there and beat the Ravens.
Yeah, a big loss last week, for sure. I want to talk about the Steelers-Browns. Deshaun Watson out for the year, just came out. The Steelers have been outgained in every single game, and they're 6-3. Shout out Mike Tomlin, best coach in the NFL. But, yeah, I mean, this will just be an old-fashioned AFC North slugfest.
What I don't understand, Deshaun Watson's out.
Not for the year.
And Cleveland's favored.
Yeah.
Because their defense is that good.
Here's the thing. I think I told both of you guys this. I saw something on TikTok. Man, I talk about TikTok a lot. Mm-hmm. Maybe I have an issue. Anyway, there was something that said, we're going to go back to Josh Dobbs, okay? Talk about Josh Dobbs real quick. Awesome. He's going to hoop in Minnesota the rest of the year, right? Then they're going to be stuck with Josh Dobbs and Kirk Cousins. They're going to trade Kirk Cousins to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh could win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. Their wide receiver room, they want to get out of there because they hate Kenny Pickett, because Kenny Pickett sucks. Yeah. Right? He's bad. Najee Harris has been a better version of himself this year.
He was a third-round prospect that was picked in the first round because of a need. And on that kind of Josh Dobbs take, love Josh Dobbs. You might not find a bigger Josh Dobbs fan than me. I'm not trading my franchise quarterback, Kirk Cousins, is old. However you want to put it. He's actually a free agent. He can go sign with whoever he wants to.
Correct. Yeah, I didn't mean trade.
For Josh Dobbs. I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't mean trade. I just meant Josh Dobbs hoops, and then Kirk Cousins is like, well, do I even have a spot here in Minnesota? But I've also said that they were going to trade him to the Jets, and I was wrong there. But I'll tell you what. Pittsburgh, truthfully, your Steelers, because you love the Steelers, are a quarterback away from being a legitimate contender in the AFC.
That defense, man, Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin just
nothing better than that game. And it's in Cleveland, right?
It's in Cleveland.
It's just the gross, cold, just north.
Hey, we've had some good weather up here. You never know.
It's perfect up here.
Who knows?
Yeah, I love the Steelers in this spot. This is a team I had winning this division before the season, and when you look at the standings right now and you look at their schedule, this is their opportunity. They go into Cleveland, they get a win. Say the Bengals go beat the Ravens. Steelers are in first place. And not only are they in first place, they're at 7 wins. With games still against the Cardinals, Patriots, Colts. Like, if the Steelers are going to win the division, they gotta make that jump this week. I love Mike Tomlin in this spot.
I agree.
I think with Deshaun out, I just don't see PJ Walker.
No, it's Jordan Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah, it's
really?
It's not even.
They're going with the rookie from UCLA. I still don't see him do anything against the Steelers D. I love the Steelers. I think they can take control of first place this week.
Very true. All right, we're gonna do something new. NBA season is officially underway. Before we get to that new thing, Draymond Green suspended for 5 games for what's the correct word? Mauling Rudy Gobert.
Physically assaulted.
Yeah. And just not a good look for Draymond. Always been an outspoken player. Don't get it wrong. Draymond Green's a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best defenders of this generation. But he's annoying.
Unacceptable.
It's unacceptable, and he's annoying. First with the whole Jordan Poole stuff last year, and then this. I'll be never one to question an NBA great, but I'm kind of fed up with Draymond's
antics.
That's the exactly right way to put it. But again, Draymond is one of the best basketball minds, best defensive players of this generation. But with that being said, we're going to introduce a new segment. Our guy Mail right there behind the camera, who's joined us on air before, is going to ask us questions about our favorite teams, Pacers, Bulls, and Magic, to see if we're casuals on our own teams or not.
Are we frauds?
The way it's going to go is, let's say you ask Tanner a question about the Pacers. If Tanner gets that question wrong, if one of James and I knows the answer, we have an opportunity to steal, right? In his first to 5 wins. Yes.
We'll calculate points at the end.
Yeah, but anyway,
we'll calculate points at the end.
Who do you got first?
All right, we'll start with Tanner. Now,
I'm such a fraud, by the way. But anyway, go ahead.
The Indiana Pacers are a team known for priding themselves on defense. No, it's not Roy Hibbert, named the Pacers' all-time leader in blocks.
I know it.
Miles Turner.
Nope. Can I steal it?
What?
Can I steal it?
I'm not even.
Johnny was ready. You can steal.
Rick Smith.
No, James.
Really?
Chance to steal.
It might be.
Don't know.
Jermaine O'Neal.
No way.
0
That's gritty.
points for all of them.
That's gritty.
It was either him
Don't
or
even know who that is.
He played. That's absurd.
Bro, he was a
that
hooper.
He was an all-star.
Fraud. I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud.
All right, we'll go to the Chicago Bulls.
Leader of blocks.
I mean, I'm about to get 0 for 5.
Let's
It's
see.
incredible.
Scottie Pippen is known as the best 2-man in NBA history, but surprisingly, his career points per game are a bit underwhelming. This is multiple choice. Did he average in his career 14 points per game, 16 points per game, 18 points per game, or 21 points per game?
14, 16, 18, or 22?
21.
14 points per game.
X.
16.
16 is correct.
You can't give him that.
Should we be able to steal in multiple choice?
Can't steal on multiple choice.
Tanner with the first
I was
point.
going to say 16. I'm like, why would he give me the right answer on A? Because A is never the right answer.
All
I
right.
said 14 first.
Johnny,
Yeah.
for your first question with the Magic, a simple one. Who is the Magic's all-time leading scorer in points?
All-time leading scorer. It's not a simple one because Shaq wasn't there for long enough. Penny Hardaway wasn't there for long enough. It's his last name's Anderson. The 2 card. I don't know his first name.
Are you guessing Nick Anderson?
Yes.
X.
Really?
Tanner?
Penny Hardaway.
X.
No.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No. We're all
Dwight Howard.
Oh, no way!
Hey, like I have good logic for that. Nick Anderson was there for like 10 years. Dwight Howard and Shaq were both. Shaq was only there for 5 years. Dwight Howard.
I
was
forgot.
there for
Dwight Howard
7, 8
though.
years.
He was in the Magic.
MVP, right?
He was
MVP. Top 3 in MVP.
Dude, you remember when
Three-time
Dwight Howard got that Lego statue of him from Ellen? That was fun.
3-time Defensive Player of the Year, Dwight Howard. My bad. I probably should have.
So we are all frauds. That's been.
That's only one question.
1-0-0.
How the hell do you get? I'm gonna say it is bull that he gets a point.
Get it right.
I mean, you had the first crack at it.
Yeah.
Tanner, the Pacers are notorious for being involved with the Malice in the Palace, where Pistons players, Pacers players, and fans all fought each other. Many suspensions were given for this fight. How many Pacers players were suspended?
I believe it was 4.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
X.
Let me guess. Just
6.
Only Pacers players. 6? Incorrect.
3.
It was 5.
Oh.
It was Ron Artest,
Yeah.
Steven Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal, Anthony Johnson, and
They ought to run that back.
Hey,
They
I'm
ought
just
to
saying,
run that back.
that team might have won the finals.
Yeah,
They ought to run that
really
back.
good.
That was so fire.
Shout out Jermaine O'Neal, man.
That was so fire.
I watched that doc like twice.
Yeah.
The Untold.
All right, my fraud. Here we go.
All right, James. The NBA dunk contest is the most electrifying event of All-Star Weekend. How many times has a Bulls player won the NBA contest? Now, let me say, Nate Robinson's won it, but he wasn't on the Bulls, so that doesn't count.
Okay,
So he was actively playing.
So that means Zach Levine is counted because he won.
No,
he was on the
Bulls.
yeah.
Yep. That's a good question. I like that.
How long has the dunk contest been going on?
At least since the 80s. Think 80s on.
Okay. I'm gonna go 3.
That's a good guess.
X.
Really? Okay, let's think about this. MJ won 1.
If you want to steal, call it out.
MJ won 1.
There should be a time.
I think no.
No.
And MJ, Glenn Robinson III won one from Michigan. I don't think he was on the Bulls.
Oh, I know who he was.
He was with the Pacers. Yeah. I guess I'll still try to steal it. I'll say 2.
2 is correct. Michael Jordan won it twice.
Yeah. I knew he won it twice, but I thought somebody else won it.
Gosh,
dang.
All right, Johnny with his first. James still has none.
I got it.
For a chance to go back to back, the Orlando Magic have the player who set the all-time single-game assist record with 30 assists. Name that player.
It's a little white dude. Oh my! I don't know his name. I can literally see his face. Oh my goodness.
What's he look like?
He's white. He's a shorter guy. He wore a single-digit number. This is insane.
It looks like Tanner.
Yeah.
Was it Tanner Sturridge?
Tanner Sturridge.
A little taller than Tanner. Oh my gosh! I can't believe I don't know this. Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
I don't know this.
2, 1. Can anyone steal?
No.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Jameer Nelson.
No,
maybe?
not Jameer Nelson.
Not Jameer Nelson.
Not even gonna guess.
He played in the 90s.
I don't know.
It was Scott Skiles. All right.
I'm such a casual.
The last roundabout. Everyone has one more question. James, you need to get a steal and get yours right this time.
Ain't happening.
All right, Tanner. This Hall of Fame player spent some time in Indiana. In his time there, he broke the Pacers' highest single-season free throw percentage, shooting 93.9%. Name this player.
I got it. Ooh.
Sometime in Indiana.
He played in Indiana. Might have been his whole career. Might have been a little bit.
It's
Where's the time limit at?
Bro, I don't even know
He's
who
got
played on the Pacers.
It's not your team.
It's got to be Reggie Miller, right?
X.
I'll guess. Hall of Famer. That's sort of the confusion.
Steve Nash.
No. This is the only thing that concerns me because I'm not sure this dude is in the Hall of Fame, but I know he's a top level free throw shooter, and he was
just say his name.
He was not rightfully kicked off of the ESPN main telecast. Give me Mark Jackson.
Chris Mullin.
Oh, that's
okay.
Oh my goodness.
He was on the.
I actually know Chris Mullin.
Yeah, he was on the finals team.
He was on the finals team.
Didn't know Chris Mullin played on the Pacers.
Yeah, I love.
All right, this is a 2-point.
All right, James, let's get it here for triple points.
Triple points. Come on.
I kind of should have got that.
Who's the GOAT? Who's the greatest of all time?
Steve Kerr is one of the most winningest personalities in NBA history.
Yes.
How many championships has he won as a player and a coach?
Okay, I got this. I saw some interesting stat that Steve Kerr and somebody else won the finals 10 consecutive years.
It wasn't Steve Kerr.
Yeah, it was.
10. He won it 10.
He was on the roster. I'm saying. We'll talk about it later. 6.
No.
7.
X.
No, it's not 7 either. Here, okay, so he won 3 with the Bulls, he won 1 with the Spurs, and he won 4 with the Warriors.
He won 4 with the Warriors?
Yeah, he's been the coach all 4 years. So 4, 3. That's
they
8.
won 4?
But the Spurs won in 03 and 05. And I don't know if he was on both those teams. It's either 8 or 9.
5.
I'll say he was on both. Give me 9.
9 is correct.
Come on now.
I knew he won 4 as a player, but I didn't think he won that many as a coach.
He won 5 as a player. 2 with the Spurs with Duncan, and 3 with the Bulls, and then 4 with the Warriors.
All right, Johnny is up 2-1 on Tanner.
Yeah.
James has been eliminated. If Johnny gets this wrong, Tanner can have a chance to steal to tie.
Hey, I'm gonna steal it too.
Do it.
The Magic are the only team to eliminate Michael Jordan between three-peats. Name their starting lineup.
Okay, Shaq, Nick Anderson, Penny Hardaway, Horace Grant, and holy crap.
You're 4 for 4.
I know. What am I missing? I have their 2 guards, their 2 forwards. I'm missing
You have
their
their
3. Oh my god, I don't know their 3. Because Scott Skiles didn't start. I don't even know if he's on that team. I don't know their 3. Oh my goodness.
Tanner, do you know that?
Did Tanner Google it?
No, Tanner. I'm making sure.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I don't know their 3.
You got anything over there?
So it would have been in.
It was 90.
94, 95.
Yeah, it was 95 because Jordan came out wearing number 45.
So,
beat him in 6. Yeah.
So it's Penny, Horace, Shaq, Anderson, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they have Glenn Rice?
No.
No.
They did not have Glenn
Who did
Rice.
he play for?
He played for Michigan, then he went to I don't even know where
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
Donald Royal.
I'm fine with missing that.
Congrats, Johnny.
Congrats, Johnny.
No
Thanks,
claps.
guys.
No claps.
They're just mad.
No, I'll clap for him. That was a good game.
But the Magic.
You didn't ask me any question about Zach LaVine and
Fun
DeMar.
fact, shout out.
You scored 0 points.
Nick Anderson was mentioned a lot of times. The Magic lost Game 1 of the '95 Finals because Nick Anderson missed 6 straight free throws.
My life, right? I've studied sports since 2001. Okay, so don't ask me questions from before I was born.
A lot of those questions.
Jordan Bulls.
I knew he won it twice.
Did you not
watch The Last Dance? Come on, I'm 1980.
But they didn't say that.
But
he had
I did not know.
16
Who was the 3 guard? Who was the 4?
Donald Royal.
I've never even heard of him.
Well,
That's
until
crazy.
next week, we won't talk about this segment ever again because
That was awesome.
0 points.
I like that. That was fun.
Gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna do something like that every week now, trying to spice things up, do something new. Now we're gonna move on a little bit of college basketball. First of all, the Champions Classic was freaking electric. The Kansas-Michigan State game, or the Kansas-Kentucky game by Kentucky was awesome. Hunter Dickinson was 20 and 20.
Man, oh man.
What's this dude? The dude that had a triple double, who was just so huge. How he's killing us right now. Number 15 is his number. But we're starting to get into the feast week, as ESPN calls it, all of the tournaments. And the biggest one is kind of always Maui. But this year, the Maui field is, first of all, it's being played in Honolulu because of the fires.
Yep.
Prayers to everyone in Maui that situation is being cleaned up in the right way. But now we're going to talk about the Maui tournament that's in Honolulu this year. Tanner, give us the teams.
So we got 5 teams ranked in the top 11 in this tournament, 5 to 8. We got number 1 Kansas, number 4 Marquette, number 2 Purdue, number 11 Gonzaga, number 7 Tennessee. The other 3 teams is Syracuse, UCLA, and the host Chaminade. So the semifinal matchup's going to be great.
Is the host?
Yeah, they play Kansas night 1.
How are they the host?
No,
They host it every year.
year.
They play it every year.
Chaminade's in Hawaii.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, Kansas plays
You don't know
Chaminade.
ball, bro. You don't know ball.
Kansas plays Chaminade. Marquette plays UCLA. Purdue plays Gonzaga. Tennessee plays Syracuse. Those are the first round matchups. Fellas, who do we like?
I mean, what
a great field.
It talks. It's kind of like the end season. It's actually nothing like the end season NBA. I'm not going to compare that. It's just interesting, right? Because we always look forward to March, but these little turn like the Jimmy V Classic, right? That's another not as good of a field.
That's also like kind of
it's different.
Single up.
It's completely different, but it's super exciting, right? And it's good to see these games because I watched Purdue now this past couple of nights. They played Samford. They played
Morehead State,
like not good teams. They're so sorry that they have to schedule all these terrible non-con games. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say something. I'm super excited to watch this. I think there's some of our favorite teams in this tournament. I think we were all high on Tennessee, so we're super excited to watch them play some good ball.
James, who you got? Did you say who you have? Did I miss it?
No, so Tennessee, they've got a tough road because they play Syracuse.
They play Syracuse.
Syracuse is not.
They got a guard. They have Judah Mintz,
but
really good.
They're very underrated. I think they get by Syracuse.
Right. Yeah.
And then that Purdue game could be interesting unless Purdue somehow loses to Gonzaga.
That's a fun opening.
I don't know. I like Kansas here. I like Kansas because I told Tanner before they played Kentucky, I'm like, oh, Kansas is so overrated. Hunter Dickinson's overrated. And then he went out for 20 and 20. So I think Kansas is legit this year. So I like Kansas to win this tournament. I think a Kansas-Tennessee championship game, and Kansas wins.
I'll keep this short and sweet.
Yes,
I like Marquette. They have the best point guard in the country. It's really not even close. They won the Big East last year, and they looked so far through the first few games even better this year. Purdue's really freaking good. Kansas, DeJuan Harris, by the way, hit 5 threes in the game. Really good. I will worry about Purdue's guard play all year. Braden Smith is a sophomore, doesn't handle pressure well, and
he's looked a lot better this year.
Yeah, he has looked better, but we'll see. Again, I really like Purdue this year. I think Matt Painter is one of the best coaches in the country, but I really like Marquette. I've liked him all year. I really like Marquette.
About Matt Painter?
He's not getting under pressure. It's all right.
He can't be the best coach in the country if he can't handle the pressure.
Yeah, all right.
I like his sets that he runs.
I tell you what,
good sets.
And I'm not saying this just because I'm a Purdue fan.
Spoiler alert, that's exactly why he's
I'm saying this because I think it would be great for the sport of college basketball. A #1 Kansas versus #2 Purdue championship matchup would be awesome.
I'm all for it.
And I was telling James the other night, I wanted Kansas to win because I want a 1 versus 2 matchup.
You know what I want? Truthfully,
Hunter Dickinson, Zach.
Truthfully, you know what I want? Chaminade versus Purdue championship, and Purdue falls. That would be so lit.
That would be a Purdue type game to lose.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it would. But no, for my Boilermakers, Gonzaga doesn't really scare me. I think we match up really well with them. The game that scares me the most, like potential game in this field for Purdue, is the Tennessee game because they get after you. They defend so well, and it's just that matchup's going to come down to can our guards handle the pressure. Braden Smith and Fletcher Loyer have looked really good this year. We have another guard that transferred from Southern Illinois, Lance Jones, who's been really good. I think Purdue's a lot more athletic this year. They've handled pressure so far, but they haven't seen Tennessee yet. So that's the game for me that I'm waiting on.
Truthfully, I haven't seen Zach Edey play good basketball.
Right, and he still had 28.
Truthfully, you know what I mean? Like, and you know what I mean by when I say that. 28's incredible.
Yeah.
But it's not the Zach Edey who won Player of the Year last year. But yeah, this is awesome.
When does it start? When does it start?
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. So who do you got?
He's got Purdue. Don't sure.
I'll take Purdue.
You got Purdue. It's fine.
I think I want to see Zach Edey play.
I got Purdue. He's got Purdue. I got Kansas.
I got Marquette. All different.
There we go.
I like that.
So we're all gonna be wrong with when who's the host again? Chaminade.
And
they win it all.
Yep.
If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, send us someone to keep pushing us out there. We're in a little bit of a lull right now, but we're going to keep coming out with videos. Comment.
I love Mr. Shields' comment.
Yeah,
that made me smile.
Shout out Dad.
I can't believe you saw my Swifty poster in my room.
Shout out Frank Shields. But if you made it this far, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys after another amazing weekend of all sports.
See ya.